So let's find out who we are. That's what we have to do. We might find out that God and who we are not that different. We might. Who knows? God knows. So, just sing, and we'll see who's left when we're finished.
Is there any wanting for anything? I mean, it seems like there could be the dissolving of the self, and then it's just you're in that space, so there is no wanting. That's my question.
Mm-hmm. You know, what it's going to be like when and if we get there, we'll know when we're there. It's hard to discuss it from here, but certainly when you're sitting in your true nature, which is always here, but when you're aware of that, no, what would you want? There's a completeness, the qualities of that. There's certain qualities that true nature has. Compassion and kindness, peace of mind, maybe some bliss, you know. So when you're sitting in your true nature, when you recognize that part of you, there's nothing to want. There's no one to want anything. You can enter into those places by leaving your true nature underwear outside and just entering into the true nature. You have to kind of let go of stuff to enter into that. And when you've let go of everything and you're sitting in yourself, then everything is fine. You can't even cheat. There's nobody to want anything.
So can I just add a little more?
Yeah, sure.
I've experienced that, but then I come back to being normal and want
Wait, no,
stuff.
you've experienced normal and come back to being abnormal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I ignore my wanting because I see that as not being real, but then that seems like that's not authentic either.
There's ultimate reality and there's relative reality. They're both okay in their own place. Do not try to up-level this because you don't like it. This is okay as it is. Wanting things is perfectly fine. When you don't want things, that's also perfectly fine. You're never gonna not want things by crushing them when you want them. You just get frustrated. So honor the relative reality for what it is when you're in it. You have to stop at the red and go on the green. You have to eat, you have to sleep, you have to do other things. It's all perfectly reasonable and it's okay. So don't play those kind of games with yourself, you know. And the thing is, when you've touched something deeper in yourself, and then because of your the vasanas of your own mind, the tendencies of your mind to be too busy again, you come out of it, you leave that state, and you want to get back there. That's good. That's why that's called longing. That's what drives us and moves us to remove the obstacles to being ourself. You know, that work you do here in relative reality. There's no work in ultimate reality. It's just being. Here's where we do the work because you think you're you. So if you think you're you, do something. When you don't think you're you, you will be.
I'm curious about the part of your life that happened before you started to sing for people, as you mentioned, and just what you went through to get to the point where you finally said, I've got to do this, and what were the events that kind of combined to make that happen?
It's a long, brutal, miserable story.
30-second response.
Yeah, but if you really want to know the details, you could go get the book Chance of a Lifetime, which I wrote a lot about that stuff in there.
Oh, okay.
But basically, you know, I felt that Maharaji was dead. He left his body and left me here. And I was pissed off about that, and hurt and angry and sad and miserable and betrayed, and I felt all those things, and I felt like I would never be happy again. Because the only time I had ever experienced that kind of love was in his presence, in his physical presence. And that was gone. So how is that going to ever happen again, right? So why bother, right? So I was pretty miserable for a long time. And I did a lot of self-destructive things. I did a lot of things that hurt myself and hurt other people. Because I wasn't going to be happy. So what's the sense of trying to, I didn't go out and, rob banks, but almost, so to speak. I just was living as if there was no reason to live. It's not the best place to be. But at one point, so when he left the body, where was I going to find that love, right? I had to find it in here. And since I hated myself so much, why would I look there? I wasn't able to look at myself. I had so much self-loathing and so much self-judgment. It took a long time until I was able to realize that this is where I had to go, where I had to look. And chanting was the only method, the only practice that I had to do it. That's the short version.
Just a precursor to my question. I was in a volunteer group hall, and my seva there was vegetable preparation.
Vegetable preparation.
Vegetable preparation, and we had...
What are you preparing the vegetables for?
Well, the people that come there. You just cut them up all day long. But we had 3 CDs. We had Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. We had the Rolling Stones' Exile on Main Street. And we had Krishna Das Live. And I had never listened to Kirtan before, so I stuck with the Stones mostly the whole time.
Me too.
Until I got, we decided people got burned out from it, and they wanted to be a little bit more democratic. So
they wanted to stop cutting their fingers off with the carrots.
It was a vote of who wants to listen to the Stones today, and it would be like chirp chirp, and then who wants to listen to Krishna Das? Wee wee.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm interested in your songwriting process.
So am I.
And as a songwriter myself, you know, I've been given a mantra by a guru, and was told not to ever mention it to anyone. Can you turn that mantra into a chant and use
and
it
not
in your
mention
tongue?
it at the same time? Difficult.
So how you turn your chants? And
Well, nobody told me not to mention it. That's why. I have no rules. Nobody told me to do nothing, so I do everything. You know, you're screwed.
Oh, we all have discipline.
Yeah, we do. We all have problems. Yeah, there are some... Traditionally, when a guru initiates a disciple, the disciple does not ever utter that mantra even out loud, so nobody could ever hear it. They keep it inside because that's where the juice is working. What can I say? This is what Maharaji wants me to do, and he wants me to do it this way. And that's why it's coming out this way. He never told me, his instructions to me to do what I want. He never said not to do anything, almost. I did those things anyway, but that was my problem, not his. So I don't have a songwriting process. I just blurt it out, whatever comes out. You know. But projectile vomiting. And most of the time I hear it first in my head, you know, somehow. I don't know. I'll be singing something in the car and I'll go, wait a minute, that's really cool, where's my phone? And I record it and it turns into, you know, something that I don't really ever sit down to try to write something or make it a new chant, you know. I might sit down to listen for one, but not to write one. Like, if I'm doing a recording, I'll go, okay, let's go. Send the shit down here, I have to record it.
In relative reality, do you ever sit and receive how much help you've given so many people?
Do I ever?
Do you ever just sit and receive the help that you give people? Because you've saved me so many times, and I'm sure it's the same for so many people.
Yeah. I appreciate those thoughts and those. I appreciate that very much. Without trying to undo everything you say I've done, all I can say is that I haven't done anything. I just sing. So, because I just sing, all those things can happen. If I was trying to help you, you'd just be as screwed up as I am.
So you're not receiving?
As you say, whatever you say. I'm receiving quite a bit, I think. I'm receiving the name. Everything else just happens. That's all Maharaji's grace. And relative reality, I can see that, and I appreciate that. It doesn't change the fact that I know what ultimate reality is in this case. You know? And just because it's coming through this rusty pipe doesn't mean that the rusty pipe should get all puffed up about it, you know? But I can understand when he picks up the pipe, all kinds of nice things happen. When he puts it down, he just watches TV. But, okay, I have a problem with that. Next question. On the other side of the room.
That's me.
Where is me? Where is me?
We got one more.
Oh, hi.
Over here. You went to India to find your guru.
I went to India to be with my guru. I already knew who my guru was.
So, how do you know? Everyone I know who has a
You ever
guru
fall in
went
love?
to India.
You ever fall in love?
Yes.
How did you know? Yeah, right. That's just how you know.